Hi guys, this is Sweetie from Plantita Plant Studio, and our topic for today is all about propagating. Let's propagate this beautiful plant. This is huernia zebrina, and this is also known as lifesaver plant. Because of that shape, you can see that in the middle of the flower, it look like a lifesaver, right? For those who are beginners in a cactus and succulent collection, this is the best option for you because as is easy to care and easy to propagate. So now let's start to propagate. First you have to do is you have to very carefully choose those branches. You see this flower? It's so nice. It's so beautiful, so delicate. It look like donut, right? So now we have to do is to choose the best branch, which is we have to cut. Make sure that you have to choose that little bit matured branch, okay? So this is, I think so, this is a matured one. What you have to do is just to twist very gently. Just you have to twist it like that. See, very easy to detach from the mother. You see this one? Now we have the two. What we have to do is we have to separate again this one, two branch. Now we have two cuttings, right? Now these cuttings we have to keep it inside. Make sure that you have to keep on shade and not in the direct sunlight. As this one, if this you have to keep on the direct sunlight, it will shrink. That's why you have to just place on a dry place, wait until the wound will heal, let it be callous, and it's fine. I'm having ready cuttings here. Maybe a few days ago, 5 to 7 days ago, I already cut this from the mother plant. It's already callous. You can see the wounds. See, take a look at this. See the wounds. It's already healed, which is now ready to plant them. Make sure that the wounds are completely dried and sealed before planting them. When you feel that the wounds is completely dry, then it is the best time to plant them. It is the perfect actually to avoid some rot. I'm having lots of cuttings here, maybe approximately 10 cuttings. Mostly when I have to take out some cuttings, I'm choosing which is already outgrown from the pots. When choosing some pots in propagating, mostly I choose the plastic nursery pots. Why? It's because in the plastic, it retains mostly the moisture little bit longer. And choose a pots which is having lots of drainage holes. If you have just one, make sure that you have to keep more extra drainage holes. At least 10. For me, 10 is more than sufficient, more than enough. To cover that drainage hole, mostly I'm using a wooden charcoal. Just to cover that drainage hole. I'm feeling a little bit on the bottom, at least 10% of the pots. And next is we have to fill with cactus succulent mix. Make sure that it is full. And cactus succulents mix is mostly available online, or otherwise you can prepare by your own. My soil mix is I'm preparing by my own, which is I'm using only 5 to 6 materials, which is the grit or the river sand, vermicompost, vermicast, charcoal, perlite, and manure. I use the equal proportion of these materials so that you will have a well-drained cactus soil. Now that it's done, now it's time to plant them. As you can see, my soil mix is a little bit moist. That's why we don't need now to water after planting our cuttings. Now this is how it was to be done. I'm taking some materials to poke. Just you have to poke that one, and just to keep that cactus cuttings. Same like this. After planting, you can see they are wobbly, meaning when you have to shake them, they are moving. Here mostly I'm doing to help this my plant to steady. I'm keeping a top dressing. It is a pebbles. Small pebbles mostly I'm using as a top dressing. See, look. This is to avoid them moving. Steady. Most of my cactus, you can see there is a top dressing, right? Sometimes there is a little bit sand, white sands, but it is a great white sand. Sometimes little bit big stones, cheap stones. Mostly in all of my cactus. That is the purpose of a top dressing, to keep your cactus steady. It's not just a decoration, but really there is the best purpose of my stone dressing. And keeping some stone dressing, there is one more why I'm keeping, because you know my cactus succulent mixture is having some perlite, which is they are floating on water. That's why when you have to keep that top dressing, when you water there, your cactus mix will not spill. And I think so I'm done. You see how much it shake. If it's windy, if heavy rain, we cannot avoid, we cannot control the weather. That's why when you have to keep that top dressing steady, very strong your cuttings. And it's done. You have a new pot full of cuttings. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next tutorial videos.